Hear me out here. This idea came to me. I'm just gonna take it and run with it. So let me tell you what the idea is. Imagine if 2020 was a makeup look. Just think about it. How would that be? What would that be? Okay? Okay. Before we get into this video, we have to first think about what has 2020 meant to me. So far, globally, has been wild. Everyone is freaking out, stock market's down, there's a pandemic, everyone's like quarantined. I'm gonna first start off with priming my face. Let's start off this year with January. So we entered the year with coronavirus. Everyone was saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal, it's just the flu. In the beginning, I was pretty like paranoid. Everyone thought I was over dramatic. Called me a hypochondriac, is that what it's called? But I was like, no, like I think this is really serious. Like one person infects like 14 people. So then we go on and it's March 19th today. And now everyone's freaking out and they're like, wow, this thing is pretty serious. It travels so quickly to like everyone. So it's just like one person gets it and they infect, like, I read this somewhere, but they infect like 14 people and those 14 people infect another 14 people, which is why, obviously, this has gone all over the world. It's going like, I mean, it is scary, but I don't think people should be stressed. I was doing my research and I was just like, okay, we've had these issues before where we haven't had like the technology and resources to fight a pandemic. It's not like a pandemic hasn't happened before. So it's like, what did they do? 1918, when the Black or Spanish flu was happening, what were they doing? They were just quarantining everyone. That's exactly all we have to do. I think that's what everyone is trying to do, like all the countries, but there's like these people who are just not listening at all and think that their daily life is more important than the entire global community. I'm currently in nursing school and there were people, probably gonna watch this video, there were people who said they wouldn't go get checked out just because they wouldn't want to miss school. And I was just like, what? So if certain people who I know, or smart people, are talking like this, then clearly there's people all over the world being selfish and thinking of themselves and their daily tasks and what matters in the short term over what's happening all over the world. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And people have all these theories about like why this started. Obviously, the bats in China where they were eating this bat soup. I mean, it's like bats carry the most diseases that kill off humans. I watched it in a TED Talk. And people over here were just eating bats, thinking nothing was gonna happen. Is that rude? It's not rude. It's like, why would you eat bats? I don't think it's healthy. I mean, people around the world are telling us to stop eating meat altogether. I feel like there should be more order around the world. And maybe, I know it's really hard to say certain things like this while we're inside of the problem, but I think that certain things like these need to happen in order for people to kind of wake up, you know, and realize that what they're doing is not affecting only them, but around the world. Like, I feel like humans have started to think of themselves as indestructible. Like nothing can get to them. Like they can just destroy the planet and it'll be okay. This might just be our karma for ruining the planet. I mean, Mother Nature was just like, I have killed off the dinosaurs. I have killed off woolly mammoths. And you really think I can't kill you little humans? I mean, that sounds very, very, very harsh, especially since people are dying right now. But there needs to be some more regulation around this, I feel. I could talk about this forever. In Bill Gates' video, he said, we're all spending so much money. The governments are spending so much money, taxpayers' money. Canada's not no better, clearly. If they were any better, then this wouldn't have spread here. But he said, we're not gonna be killed by missiles, will be killed by microbes. So will it be killed by viruses? He said that like 5 years ago. And clearly if we had invested more of our money, time, and resources into like pandemic committee, even if we spent like just a little bit less, just put a little bit of money to the side every year, I think this is exactly what would have killed us. And we're so lucky that it's not something like Ebola that has like a death rate that's like so high. It is crazy. And I'm becoming a nurse soon and I'm supposed to be working in the hospital and helping people with this. If you have symptoms and stuff, get checked out. So if you're sneezing, coughing, runny nose, on some of the Canadian websites, there's actually like a survey that you can do to see if you should go to the hospital and get checked out, because since this virus is so contagious and if you just feel like you just have like a little bit of something, you don't want to go to the hospital because there's gonna be people there who are sick. And even if you're so careful saying like, oh, like I'm wearing gloves, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, we don't know exactly how this virus is coming from point A to point B so fast. Like we don't know. Like it's best to just stay at home and do the surveys online to see for like the government surveys, and then go get checked out. Because I mean, if you don't have the coronavirus, then you go to the hospital, and then you get the coronavirus, that's a whole other issue. So we are talking about coronavirus. I was like, maybe I should do. And you know what? Another thing about the coronavirus, it shows me how fear-based a lot of people are. Like toilet paper, people are fighting over toilet paper. I mean, if it really comes down to it, that's all you need, toilet paper. And some people are just buying the toilet paper because they see the craze, and then they're like, they need to make profits off this, and then there's people selling it for more on Amazon, and people are actually buying like $50 worth of toilet paper that would actually just retail for like 10 bucks. And people, like, I heard that this one person made like $100,000 just by selling toilet paper. Toilet paper companies are probably so happy right now, but what makes me sad is that there's so many people fighting with other people over these things, and like people are just being so cruel to like everyone. One of my friends went to Walmart, and he was saying how someone who's of old age, and they were just looking for toilet paper, and all the shelves were just empty. And it's like, think about it from their point of view. A lot of people who are from the older generation, they don't have social media to tell them that there's no toilet paper anywhere. They're going into the stores, and it's just breaking their hearts because they're looking everywhere, and they're just like, crazy, and they probably see the news, but I mean, like, for how crazy certain people are getting, it just shows you like, what if the rate of death with this disease was like 50%, 20%? Like, this is only, let me just fact check myself. Wow. I'm like looking at this graph. It is 10%. 95% is just mild, so they'll live, and 5% of people are in serious or critical condition. And when we had the Ebola virus spread, that was like years ago, death rate of that was like, I think it was like 50%. It was so much higher, and it was like the only reason why it didn't get spread so fast was literally just because it just wasn't in like a really urbanized area, so like the travel in and out of that area just wasn't that much. Whereas with China, so much of our economy is based in China. People are traveling in and out of China like left and right, because that's where a lot of businesses are, manufacturers are, like a lot of things go down in China, and the population is so high, so it's just like it was bound to spread. It really makes you think of when and why people care. It's really sad. And just really sad. Like, military forces we have planning on war. Like, why couldn't we have this? Like, why didn't we? It just makes you think. It's just like, why? Sometimes bad things need to happen in order for good things to come about it. So I feel like we're lucky in a way that the death rate of this isn't so high, and that most people are recovering from it. And for older people and people who already have like underlying conditions, they're always at risk. With pneumonia, they're always at risk. With the flu, they're always at risk. The flu kills a lot of our older population. So it's like, why weren't people so careful with their hand hygiene, with the way that they interact with older adults when they're sick, or anything before? Why are people using all this hand sanitizer now and not before? Really makes you think. Because it's just like, wow, do you seriously only care when it's gonna affect you? On the other hand, so many people are doing so many things to make this spread a lot less. So at least good things are happening about it. And now maybe people will start focusing a lot less on wars and more on the health of not just humans, but of the planet. Because I really don't think wars are gonna kill us. It's Mother Earth telling us that you humans are disrespecting me, and you guys have been for long enough. So I think what's gonna end up killing humans, okay, this was really dark. So I just want to shift the focus from the coronavirus. Okay, so what else has been going on in my 2020? So yeah, so I've been reading a lot more books. Very proud of myself. I started going to therapy this year. I feel like I really needed it. Not funny. That is one of my coping skills, which I shall get better at. It's very helpful for anyone who needs it. I don't know why people get so like I am not shy to discuss my problems. Maybe that's why I have a YouTube channel. Honestly, I have no boundaries. But yeah, I'm just really surprised at how things have started going after I started going to therapy, like just on the inside. But yeah, it's been really helpful. I'm just putting everything out on the internet. Do I care? I don't know, because I don't mind talking about it. I mean, I've like told every single person like in my class, including my teachers, that I started going to therapy and how helpful it's been, because I just want other people to start doing it, because since it's been so helpful to me, I know it's gonna help other people too. If you feel like you need help isn't a bad thing. Even if you have an ego that says you can handle anything, sometimes you really can't. And it's okay. It's okay. So I feel like this video took a very real turn. It was supposed to be like funny. By me sharing it, I don't need a pity party. Not at all. Not that type of person. I just know that this is something that a lot of people go through, and they do certain things and have certain things in order to cope with a lot of things. So, you know what? Therapy helps. As much as you don't want to go there and talk to a stranger about your problems, it helps, honestly. It's okay to just let your guard down, and I feel like I'm finally learning that. A very emotional video. I feel like I should add some blue in here. No, I think green, because grass is always greener on the other side. I feel like even though we're all going through something globally, individually, it's like we're all together. Whenever there's downs, there will always be ups, even if it doesn't seem that way. Should we talk about something happier now? I don't know what to talk about now. See, I can't talk about myself, because once I talk about myself, I just start spilling the tea on myself. It's like, what? Okay, so I've been reading a lot of self-help books, obviously, and they've been really helping. Like, I just feel so much more woke. I'm very focused on my eyebrows right now. And I started reading Pride and Prejudice by my English teacher. But I've never read the book before, so I was like, you know what, maybe I should start. And reading, like, you know how in like grade 8, grade 9, we like read like Romeo and Juliet, not Romeo, I think we read Romeo and Juliet, but like Macbeth, Juliet Caesar, I don't know, something like that. I'm trying to read those, but it's really hard without an English teacher telling you what each chapter means. So it's really hard to understand the way they speak. It's old English, but it's just like kind of like, bro, like what are you saying? Let me bring the book and like let me read you a little bit. This is gonna be like English class, but like I swear, like you'll understand. Like I have to go on Spark Notes to really make sure that what I'm reading is what I'm reading. I might suck reading out loud, but just bear with me. So this is gonna turn into English class real quick. I'm on the second chapter. No, I'm actually on chapter 3. Okay, now that I'm reading it for a second time, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, like the first time, I could get my head around it. What the fuck is this video? I don't know. This is how my brain works. So I'm just gonna read the first chapter. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. However little known the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighborhood. Like what? I mean, I'm trying, but it's kind of hard. So embarrassing. I like googled like, why is it so hard to read Old English? And I mean, like that part isn't even that bad. Like once you really start going into it, you're like so focused on like what you just read. It's like you can't like, I don't know. But I mean, it gets easier. This is like the first time in like 7 years that I've like read like an older book, so I think I'll get better at it. But okay, should I read a bit more? Or are people gonna start clicking off? You should read, okay? Reading, if you don't want Alzheimer's when you're older, you should start reading books and eating fish oil. Omega-3s. I don't even know like where this video was supposed to go. My makeup look is reflecting my year so far, 2020 so far. So I mean, since I'm reading, I should add a little bit of yellow because I'm getting a lot brighter. I did like one eyebrow and then like I completely stopped doing the other one. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of gold sparkles like right there because it's like, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I was actually going to, oh my god, I was gonna put on dark black lipstick because I was like, this year has been very dark for a lot of us. Should I just put on black lipstick? I'm gonna look very funny. Ooh, this is dark. Kind of like dark though. I have my black eyeliner. Ooh, I look like a villain. Wow. So this would be 2020 if it was a look. This video has been very much all over the place. Do I apologize? No, because this was one of the realest videos I've ever made. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I hope everyone will wash their hands really well over 20 seconds. During these tough times, humanity should come together, but not physically, just emotionally. Quarantine yourself, please. I feel like I should start wearing black lipstick. Okay, I'm done with this video.